Kia ora and hello, welcome to everyone on the stream. Thank you for joining. To all those on our vertical stream, welcome. To all those on our horizontal stream, welcome. And tonight we're on Gloucestershire Vineyards and Orchards, or Olives. And I thought we might do something a bit special. I want to put a bakery in. So I'm going to look at what's involved and maybe show you some of the process and putting some of the stuff in that I did before. So welcome to the stream and welcome to my thought process in building. Hope you enjoy it. It's going to be a wild ride. So, got a bit of a wet day today, so hopefully it'll help our sunflowers. So we're still in August. I haven't moved on to another month yet. I thought it'd be good to get the bakery going and, you know, some bread started to be made. But sunflowers are looking good. Ideal moisture is 9 and current moisture is 7.15. So, yeah, it's looking quite good at the moment. So, I'm, yeah, quite happy with that. Should be a good yield. So I'm thinking of building the bakery down in here. So probably pull out some of the hedge, the maize, and we'll rebuild the maize a little bit. And we'll probably put the bakery in here. And later on I might look at putting a museum in here, but I want to wait for the right shed. Just at the moment there isn't really a shed that I want to use. I'd like to use more of an English looking shed, so I'm hoping we can get one. There's a few European ones which would be good, but I'd like to maybe have a more of a stone English shed if we could, but I'll just have to wait and see. So I am wondering, I'm waiting for a few more people to join the stream, hopefully. So there were some people that specifically requested that I showed sort of the build process. So while I'm waiting for that, I might look at doing a small, maybe a small fertilizing. Yeah, maybe we could do a small fertilizing. That's not too bad. Whereabouts is that? Oh yeah, that's actually just, oh yeah, we've got to go all the way around to get to it, but hey, that's all right. I don't mind. So yeah, maybe we'll accept that contract. And then hopefully after we've done the contract, it should be there we go, that's a bit better. Just had something blocking the view of my monitor, so I've just moved it down so I can still keep an eye on it. So I hope everyone's been having a good day today. I'm sort of wondering what tomorrow will bring. Early tomorrow morning my time, they'll be releasing the new AMD graphics cards. Now, I'm not too sure how much supply has made it down to the bottom of the world here, New Zealand. But I'm hoping I might be able to pick one up. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not waking up at 3 AM in the morning my time. Just to find out I've been beaten by a bot. By some scalper's bot. So I'm just going to wake up at normal time, and if there are any left at a reasonable price, I will probably buy one, but yeah, I'll just have to wait and see. I'm hoping that they've got enough supply to keep up with the demand. Yeah, it would be great if there wasn't a great demand for it, but somehow I think it will be, and you know, it would be good for AMD if there was a great demand for it. I think they've got quite a good product at a reasonable price, and to be honest, I feel that Nvidia have just got arrogant as a company, and AMD deserves to be able to show Nvidia how to treat the community. So let's fill this up. Cool, we're full. Let's go and do the contract. Rain certainly sounds good on the roof. Now I think I solved the problem of the graphic anomalies that I was getting yesterday. Turns out that in the process of upgrading, NVIDIA decided that OBS should have its settings changed to be using the graphics card. And I was actually not doing that. I was getting it to use the CPU. So when I get a more powerful graphics card, I might use the graphics card as well, but at the moment I don't want to put too much stress on the graphics card by trying to run OBS through it as well. And OBS seems to work okay with just the CPU, so oh, I'm always parking too close to the gate. Hey, so what are they planted here? Green beans. That could be interesting, getting the harvester into this field. Hello Ginger Ninja, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, sir. Just doing a small contract at the moment, and then we're going to look at building a bakery next to the restaurant. So just waiting for a few more people to join, and then we can start looking at the process of doing that. Oh, that's good to hear. And tomorrow for me is going to be interesting as to whether I'll be able to get one of the new AMD graphics cards or not. It's released in New Zealand at 3 AM in the morning, and I decided I'm not going to interrupt my sleep. Just to find out I've been beaten by a bot. Good morning, class. How are you today? Thank you for joining. Hope you are well, sir. Just running a small contract at the moment before I start the build process on the bakery for the restaurant. Yes, I'm very good, thank you. One of the projects I was working on has just about completed, and we've done quite well with it, so I'm happy about that. But today definitely felt like an autumn day for us. The temperature was down to 6 degrees in the morning, so yeah, it's been a bit of a shock to the system to have it drop down so much so soon. But it's good. I don't mind it being a bit cooler. I'm hoping to get the 9070 XT. Everyone's been saying that they've got really good supply of the XTs, that they've got way more XTs than they have of just the 9070s, so I'm hoping that they will have a good supply and continue to have a good supply as well. Good afternoon, Nacho. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I'm just doing a quick contract before I start building the bakery. Put a post up on the community page, and yeah, everyone wanted to see me build it, so it's sort of like, okay, let's do it. Yep, I'm good, thanks, Nacho. Yes. Yes, well, it's technically spring for you guys now, isn't it? So you're heading into summer? Northern Hemisphere? It was funny, last night I checked the temperature on my CPU and I was horrified to see that it was going up to about 92 degrees, which I thought, that's running way too hot, you know, I could end up cooking it if I'm not careful. And I did some research about it just to see, you know, what could have been causing it. And someone said, check your power settings in Windows and make sure that the minimum CPU is set to 10%. So I checked the power settings, and I don't know why, but for some reason Windows had decided that my CPU should be running at 100% of the time. And that's why the temperature was just astronomical even when it wasn't doing anything. So I bumped it down, and temperature is actually a lot better now. In fact, I might just check it at the end of this row just to see what it's doing with the game and OBS. Hopefully. Okay, so with the game and OBS, I'm looking at about 84 degrees. Yeah, I might have to change the thermal paste, maybe get something a bit better. But 84 degrees is still better than 92. Considering I'm running OBS and the game. So let's get back into the game and but yeah, when it's sitting at idle, it's sitting around about 65 degrees, which I think isn't too bad. Ah, I've finished the contract. That's cool. So yeah, I don't know why Windows changed it to 100% minimum, but you definitely don't need your CPU running at 100% minimum. So I sort of bumped the minimum down to 10 and set the maximum to about 95%. Probably spend a bit of money today, but that's okay. I'm also very tempted to pick up the new 6S Massey that was released today on Mod Hub. That'd be a nice one to add to my collection. Oh, thanks for that, class. Yeah, that's good to know. Makes a big difference by the looks of it. All good, Ginger. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Appreciate it. You have a good day, good afternoon, wherever you are. Yeah, I've never touched my graphics card, so... And I definitely work it hard now. Right, don't want all this mud traipsed into the sheds, so give it a wash down. So we've also got the new map out, the horse aggravation map. And I was looking at that, and that has a huge 19 hectare field in it. And I thought that might be fun to multiplay the Nexat on. Yeah, I suppose you have to dismantle a fair bit on the graphics card to get down there to be able to put the new paste on. I've always been disinclined to pull electronics apart. But yeah, I think I've got room for a Massey 6S in here. It'll go nicely with the 7, 8 and 9. So yeah, I'm very tempted to spend some money on that. Maybe if I can start selling some bread, I might be able to make a bit of money. At the moment we've got a whole heap of flour. I think it's about $70,000 worth of, or sorry, should be pounds, shouldn't it? But I've got it set on euro. About, yeah, 70,000 currency, whatever currency I've got selected. And yeah, I'm thinking that might be able to improve that with some bread over time. So I'm thinking I will probably build Oh, did he find a few bugs, did he? I watched Silly P's one on it, and yeah, he had a couple of complaints that there was no animal dealer anymore or anything like that, but he didn't find any bugs. So yeah, it's a shame that, you know, Giants are releasing stuff with bugs. I think Mr. Sealy P had the complaint that they called it the pack instead of a map because it doesn't come with any extra equipment. Part of the equipment is actually what they've already got as a mod, and so it becomes a required mod for the map. I like the horse stuff, so that's already probably downloaded for me anyway. But yeah, I sort of had a quick walk around it, but I didn't come across any bugs. Maybe they'll release an update that will require a new save. Okay, so if we go into here, so I'm thinking what we'll have to do is we'll have to get rid of some of these hedges. So I think probably get rid of that one. Oh, I haven't heard that saying for a long time, Klaus. My mum and my grandmother used to say that a lot. Okay, so I'm thinking of building it down in the back here. So, something I learnt a while ago is always save before you start doing anything like this. And then that way you can revert back if you do something that is you just can't fix easy. So yeah, I didn't see anything like that, but yeah, that would be annoying. So let's set this to there. There we go. We've probably dug a little bit out here. So let's grab our artisan bakery. Now apparently this is quite good in that you can actually mill your flour here as well, but I'm not that fussed about milling the flour. I'm more into just the bread and maybe the cake. So right there, maybe. Here we go. So now I want to slope it. Let's just enlarge that a bit. And try and smooth it out a little bit. Maybe smooth that out. No, I hope so, mate. I hope so. So let's go for a walk, because when you're at a distance, you can't really see what it's like. But no, I'm happy with that. I like the way the painted lines sort of go down, but I might make them all level. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So let's go back into build. Okay, and painting, concrete. Okay, replant a bit of the grass around. So I'll put the shorter grass in here because we had the maize. Okay. I hate it when it does that. That's good. Always find the mouse to be a bit clunky. Yeah, it's like using a very large hammer to make small adjustments to something. That's what I find anyway. Okay, so I'm quite good with that, but I think I'm going to sell that. And I thought we would reward people for getting to the center of the maze. When I find it. Here we go. With a nice view. All good, Klaus. Okay, so now we've got to go about rebuilding the maze a bit. Can't have it being too easy for them, can we? Wow, that's an interesting idea. Hadn't thought of that. Maybe I can have a look at my decorations and see if I can find some. Okay, scarecrow. Let's see what we can find. I put some seats in there for people to rest while they try to find their bearings a little bit. Oh, I like that idea, mate. I do. Gives them a little bit of interest. Maybe a statue or two. Okay, so let's go back in here and go back into the short grass. Put some short grass in here. I do like the hedges because they're quite wide. Welcome back, Klaus. Yeah, definitely don't want to overdo it. Just thinking maybe a bit of a gravel path down to here. Here we go. Make sure we don't have a floating tree. You can sort of see how it can be easy to get a floating tree. But yeah, I think that's quite good. Someone's got to get in there with a lawnmower. Now, can he remember how he made the maze? There we go, we've made it. Now we can look over the kids playing in the playground, parents sipping their very expensive grape juice, and our grapes and olives growing. I think that's quite nice. Just have to crouch down, I'm too tall. It's probably the hat I'm wearing. Now can I get out without getting lost? Yep, definitely the adult grape juice. So this is actually a nice mod. I do like this. It is nicely detailed. It's got all the equipment inside. It looks like a working bakery and, you know, flour mill. I do think it's nicely done. I'll just check on Mod Hub and make sure it is crossplay. Mod Hub. Mods. Okay, am I still streaming? I got a report saying that OBS had disconnected. Oh, that's all right then. Yep. I just had a pop-up saying OBS had disconnected, so I was a bit worried. Oh, that's good. Okay, yes, this is a cross-play mod, so that's awesome. So even those on the Xbox and the PlayStation can enjoy this mod. So yeah, and it's actually got a nifty feature. These here can be put across the spawn point to stop the goods from spawning until you actually want them to. So I thought that was a nice touch. So you got the pallet blocker switch. Let's bring that up. Block pallets. There we go. So it puts them across and they'll block the pallets from spawning until you actually want them, which to me is actually really good because you know, especially in weather like this, you wouldn't want your pallets of bread, your trays of bread, to be out in the rain, would you? So I actually think that's a really good idea. I've always thought it's crazy that, you know, your goods are just sitting out there in the rain. It makes sense that when you're ready to cart them away that they'll be taken out. But I think that's a really neat feature, especially in weather like this. So next thing to do will be to get the flour from the mill. Yep, all good, Nacho. Get the flour from the mill to the bakery and we can start the bakery up and running. Now I don't think we've got a suitable trailer. So I might look at purchasing one that hopefully will fit on the back of the telehandler. And then we can drag the telehandler out to the flour mill, and I can try loading it with the telehandler, semi-realism and all that sort of thing. Yeah, I've got the streams coming through. I've got one on my phone and I've got another PC running just to keep the streams looking okay, and they seem to be working, so I'm not too sure what OBS was doing. Yeah, mate, I said semi-realistic. We may end up moving each sack of flour by hand onto the trailer, like we did with the wood. Yeah, thanks for that, Nacho. Appreciate you putting that in there. And I hope everyone is enjoying the stream. Thank you all for joining. Alright, let's park up here and then we'll see what sort of trailer we can get. So I'm thinking, when I find it, maybe going for this one. Just the bale trailer version. Might change the chassis to Massey Red. Okay, so it's about 6,000 euros / pounds, so I think that's good to go. So really, I just brought the tractor up, so I'm hoping that'll attach to the back of the telehandler. So I'm only brought the tractor because the tractor was a bit quicker than the telehandler. They don't get over much, do they? Quite often when I was playing with auto load, I would actually go out with equipment that had the ability to load what I wanted, but I would still auto load. But I would always have the equipment to do that, and so that way I could convince myself I was a bit more semi-realistic, in that I was just avoiding the frustration of the pallet physics. But I still had purchased the equipment needed to load things onto the trailer. So hopefully this will go onto the back of the... Yeah. So the attacher actually lowered a little bit to accommodate the trailer. So that was cool. Don't want to impale any of our guests that may have had a tad too much grape juice. I hope your computer's okay, mate. Oh, that's good. So there's a couple of mods I'd like to see come back onto the mod hub for FS25 that were on FS22. One of them is the pallet stacking mod, the mod that allows the productions to stack on top of each other. That was a really good mod. Allowed you to sort of have a lot more stuff produced because a lot more could be stored outside. And the other mod is to be able to buy the production required. So I would quite often say, hey, I've got this mill. I'm not going to have it sitting there doing nothing if I can go and buy grain to mill. So it made sense. That's what you would do as a mill owner. You would go and buy the grain to mill it. If you were a bakery owner, you wouldn't necessarily go and buy a whole dairy just to get bottled milk. You'd just buy the bottled milk. Yeah, I can understand the whole production thing, and you know, you're buying all the production factories in order to produce the goods you need, especially like bottled milk and that sort of thing. But quite often you don't want to do that. You just want to have one factory doing something, and then, you know, have it that way. So I would like to be able to do that again. I didn't drop the trailer off, did I? So I'm not going to find the trailer there, am I? That's why you guys all watch, isn't it? Just to have a good laugh. Let's watch Kiwi. He's so forgetful. Don't worry, I can have a good laugh at myself. Hope these are all in really good plastic bags, because they're going to need it with this rain. Okay. I'll take that as a win. How's that looking? You don't really have any 3D view, do you? Hello, rocket scientist. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. Good to hear. Okay, people, won't puncture the bags because the flour got wet and set to concrete. looks like I've got a few pallets backed up here. Hello, Jimmy Jim. How are you? Don't worry, Nacho. I know what you mean. Welcome to the stream, Jimmy Jim. You're most welcome. Hope you're doing well today. This will be the last one, Nacho, and then I'll auto load the rest. Now I usually do a bit of testing before I do a live stream just to see how different equipment reacts, and I actually had the small green trailer connected to this and it was terrible. It just bounced all over the place. It wasn't fun at all. So yeah, Jimmy, we're on Gloucestershire Vineyards and Orchard, Orchard, yep. And we've got our own vineyards and olives growing in the area. This is based on the map Calmsden Farm, or Oak Bridge Farm as it's called now, by Oxygendavid. And what we've built down here is the grape juice factory, grape juice testing restaurant, and I've just today built a bakery so we can make the artisan bread for the restaurant. And we milled flour from an oat field that we had planted, and now we're just delivering the flour to the factory so that we can get some artisan bread for our restaurant. So there we go, bread with the flour. Okay, let's go grab another load. And so Natro won't drop his computer again. I'll use auto load this time. Semi-realistic part will be that I've actually got a device that will lift the pallets. Yeah, convinced them it was a fun game. I'm not sure how auto load will load this, so it'll be interesting to see. I think I managed to fit more on. Although I do admit it did take me a bit longer. Yeah, so Rocket, if you want to see me build the bakery, I actually recorded that earlier in the stream. So if you want to go back and watch it after the stream, and you can sort of see some of the process of setting it all up if you're interested. I actually spent only a little time building the bakery, and I spent way too much time on the maze, rebuilding the maze. Still enjoy looking out past the edge of the map there and just seeing it carry on. Couple of the maps, including the new Horse one from Giants, still have trees placed right along their border. So you get to the edge of the map and all you see is a wall of trees, which is not something that you see elsewhere on the map. So I do think Oxy's done a fantastic job of making this map just look so good. I know it's quite hefty in the file size, but not as bad as Silver Run Forest. And a big welcome to all our friends on the vertical and the horizontal stream. Thank you all for joining. Do hope you're liking the stream and enjoying it. If you are, please hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. It really helps the channel and tells YouTube to share the channel with other people that might enjoy it as well. So a subscription would be a great help to that. But most importantly, thank you for visiting and enjoy the stream. I finally think the rain has stopped. Don't worry, mate, I'm not bad. Never too late for snacks, though. Thank you, my friend. That should be enough for everyone, hopefully. Probably just as well you're administrator, otherwise Nightbot would probably complain about all the emojis. Nightbot has no sense of humour. All good, mate. All good. Oh, still going. I've been on a few streams, but to be honest, this is the only stream I know that serves snacks. I think it's a good thing. I agree. Well, that would have been expensive if we had realistic damage mod on. Not that that exists yet, but it'll definitely make you drive a bit more careful. Okay, that looks like it might be about all there is. So we might get away with one more load. Well, my bank balance has certainly gone down a bit. But hopefully selling the bread will boost it up again. It has. It really goes through the goods. It's got a good recipe. I'm actually a little bit concerned because I've got one of those small oil presses and not sure that's actually going to help much. I think it might be a bit slow in processing the olives. And the sunflowers. do enjoy driving through the grapevines. They do remind me so much of when I was working on the kiwi fruit orchards. They're very similar. So if we run out of flour for the next harvest, I might actually have to go and buy some horse feed to grind into flour, seeing that that's oat. Might still be worth it. Okay, so how's that looking now for the multigrain? So we've got 600 litres of bread already. And I think the recipe for that, 25 flour is 20 bread. And looks like bread is about 3,695 per 1,000 litres. So yeah, we should end up making quite a bit more, hopefully. So I think once the right kind of shed turns up, I'm going to put a tractor museum in this patch of land here, but still waiting for the right shed. Here we go. I even get lost in my own maze. And I made it. But I might call it a night here. Thank you everyone for joining. I do appreciate everyone that comes on to the stream and those that come and say hi on the chat. Thank you very much. Thank you Nacho, thank you Rocket, thank you Klaus for keeping an eye on things and doing a great job. So we'll leave it at that for now. It's been a lot of fun, and one contract and then the big build, so hope you enjoyed watching that. So to everyone that's on the stream, thank you so much. Please hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. It really does help the channel and gets it out there to other people as well so that they can enjoy it. We try to have a relaxing stream and we have a bit of fun along the way as well. But until next time, wherever you are, please have a good day, a good afternoon, or a good evening, wherever you are, and whatever time you're watching this. And until next time, bye.